How are you all doing? Welcome back to PepoCoin channel, where you can get your fix. This wasn't simply another roundtable session at the high-stakes crypto summit held by the White House yesterday. What was discussed behind closed doors might hold the secret to opening the next adoption wave and delivering regulatory clarity to the cryptocurrency industry. Are the doors going to open for institutional funding? Is this the turning point in history? Stay tuned because the program begins now and we'll be breaking it all down. Bitcoin is worth $86,000 and $4 in the last day it has dropped 3.58%. At 2,147, Ethereum will arrive. Both USDT and USDC are down 2.27%, and they're trading at their dollar pegs. XRP is losing ground and is currently down more than 8%, still hovering around the all-time highs of 2020. The cryptocurrency market cap is a meager $2.32. Arriving at around $2.79 billion. People in the marketplaces right now, they don't know what they want to do. They are merely floating. Many of these cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, are simply stuck in a limbo. What does that signify? We're essentially trapped between a zone of support and opposition. I will demonstrate Bitcoin to you. To give you a better sense, I'll also show you XRP, and she'll help you better understand what we're looking at. When will we start to show which side is upward and which is downward? .nats is the URL to my new crypto merchandise store. In case you haven't seen it, $35 free shipping anywhere in the globe at any time is irrelevant. As you can see, we have some incredible XRP and Bitcoin t-shirts, hoodies, and tumblers. Restore the glory of Bitcoin. My favorite is the progression of money. Be composed and hold on. We got the Donald Pump shirt, which I adore. XRP is the best cryptocurrency fix. T-shirt, make sure to check it out, and if you feel like it, buy some merchandise. Take a peek at this Michael Saylor, please. As elegant as they come, straight up flicking off the Winklevoss twins. In the photo, Cameron and Tyler, the Winklevoss twins, are to your right or conversing, but for some reason, the sailor merely glances away and talks. He received the middle finger on his skull, although I'm not sure what the beef is. Keeping it as elegant as we desire, let's say Brad Garlinghouse is staring directly at the Chainlink founder as he speaks. Remember that Chainlink and Ripple have a cooperation. Remember that Chainlink is working with Ripple and has partnered with Swift to offer price oracles and pricing data feeds. Where had that collaboration gone? Perhaps a small Chainlink for price feeds or price discovery. I should mention that with the price oracles, there might be a small XRP ledger for some settlement, with instant settlement available around the clock. This brings us to our second point. Who was aware of yesterday's news that the Nasdaq is looking to investigate around the clock 365, I'm not sure whether it was 365, will most likely remain closed on all federal holidays, but they're discussing expanding the stock market's hours. That would undoubtedly alter, and it would be extremely intriguing. The stock market environment is something to keep an eye on, particularly if you are able to begin trading after hours. NASDA is investigating, and this was released by David Sachs. This was fascinating. Yesterday, this was featured on Bloomberg. Let me check if the audio is correctly queued up here. However, according to David Sachs, Trump just brought up ADA, Solana, and XRP because they are well-known cryptocurrencies through market value. He is discussing cryptocurrency in the U.S. Ethereum, not the U.S., as you can see. Bitcoin is a class alone. Do not forget that Bitcoin has its own reserve. There is a stockpile of altcoins. XRP, Solana, and ADA are the top 3 U.S. cryptocurrencies. He said something that we should hear. Will they stockpile? That's what the president has said. Just taking a cursory look at this. In summary, it is unclear at this moment whether any of these alternative cryptocurrencies are owned by the federal government. We are aware that it has Bitcoin. It has some Ethereum, I think. Regarding the other ones, I am uncertain. To be honest, no one has been able to provide us with a clear explanation of what the federal government possesses, which is why we must perform the accounting. We've never really had a digital asset strategy previously, which is part of the issue and the reason we've lost the opportunity to amass significant value for the American people. There is still a lot of uncertainty in the markets, and everyone is kind of baffled by what is happening. This was meant to be the extremely positive event that would blow up cryptocurrency and open the door for institutional money to flow in order to provide regulatory clarity. The intriguing thing is that despite the fact that every SEC complaint has been dismissed, the Ripple litigation is still pending for an odd reason, leaving you to wonder what's going on and why it's the only one remaining. Why hasn't that been resolved or concluded yet? XRP is already known to be a security. As we now know, the SEC prevailed in its decision to fine Ripple $125 million. What is causing the delay now? You can see the widespread confusion that is occurring here when we move on to the charts. The XRP chart is shown here. This is the crucial range. The initial zone is between 250 and 265, but after we exit that, we want to get back above 290. If you truly want to look at it, technically, in order for us to move up and push up, we need to get XRP up to $3 to start showing some strength. Zooming out reveals that we are in a horrible range that goes all the way back to the start of this year, from $2 to $3. For XRP, the $2, $3 range is becoming into a major obstacle. As you are aware, I dislike it when anything sits in the base for a long time and makes a few unsuccessful tries to break out. These assets typically see a retracement. You can see that the initial halt on the XRP retrace is ranging from $2 to roughly $1.63. We would descend as a result. This is your first box, which is green and costs $2 to $1.63 if we zoom out. It's going to be a long way down for this thing to go because that's when the ultimate run-up started in November and we had that moonshot. I don't want to see a full retrace on this breakout that happened, so we need to keep a close eye on the XRP. Even further, we can see that we even have some support sitting at $1.75 to $1.62. It won't be pretty, therefore we have to make sure it doesn't fall below $65 again. There will be a significant decline, but you will know how to climb back up. It will also be a long climb back up. We hope that these areas will hold. Sincerely, I don't want to see the all-time high of 2020 broken at about $96. That is not encouraging, and there is a lot of pushback to Bitcoin's rise. I mean, it really starts to pick up about $90,000 and continues all the way up to the peak, which was approximately $108,000 at the time. It's really supportive on the way down, and as you can see, we're essentially sitting in the middle of a desert. However, there was a decline from $63,000 to $67,000 and then from $58,000 to $56,000. After losing that, there is a last decline from $52,000 to $48,000 if the chart's 3 targets are met. This year is going to be quite long. Within the next 8 weeks, these charts must show a breakout. We must witness some action. We must observe changes in price. Something must be happening. I know you're confused, but we just held the crypto summit. You wonder why the bigger institutions aren't influencing the marketplace with all these purchases that you see coming in. It's really easy. These major players are making what we like to refer to as over-the-counter or OTC purchases. The market is unaffected by them. However, these individuals will undoubtedly have a detrimental impact on the price when they sell if they begin to dump what they buy over-the-counter onto the markets. However, OTC has no beneficial effect on the pricing. Upon observing Trump, we all say, "Hey man, you did what you said and we give you kudos." You included that in your marketing. Because they realized the potential of cryptocurrencies, many people voted for you, and it coincided with the 2025 bull run that everyone is anticipating. For the institutional clients, you have opened the floodgates. You have now let the banks to overflow. In the upcoming video, I will demonstrate that for you. Where is the increase, though? This raises the question of whether this was already priced in. We were aware that Trump would take office in January. In November, we received the run-up. Did the market already factor this in? What Trump intended to do with cryptocurrency rules, the Bitcoin reserve, and the addition of altcoins to the reserve? As previously indicated, we must observe how these charts develop, and my position has not altered my financial position. It remains on the sidelines and continues to do so. I have not yet